Can you eat this entire fruit bowl?
You didn't tell me you weren't sharing.
It's a portion for one. There's ice cream there as well. That's definitely not loud.
Thank you. I think it's sorbet. I'm guessing a lemon sorbet.
Cool, thank you.
It's definitely on.
We have tuna, which is apparently not fatty. Try it. Weird. Tuna belly. There's a strong opportunity that's like 80% fat. Tastes pretty good.
It looks like.
I'm just going to pretend it's like.
Lean. Super lean.
I'm just going to pretend this is 5% fat. Not 50. Actually, I was supposed to have extra fat since we were in there. There you go. All adds up. Yeah, it's really nice though. Backwards.
I don't know how deep it is.
So?
I don't know how deep it is.
So one big lesson I would give to absolutely every single person is that if you are looking to scale your business, you also have to recharge your batteries, which is why it's important to come to places like this sometimes, because it allows you to put some energy back in the tank. So for me, all I need is 2-3 hours, sunshine, maybe not my phone so much, and I'm good to go. So that's a huge thing I'm thinking about. Thank you. And I've got cold water, it's about 1 million degrees here. Day 2, it's Sunday. We are going for a walk and we're walking away from San Pedro to Porto Banús and then going for breakfast hopefully. I'm trying not to eat like a retard because we're doing a photo shoot on Wednesday. And it is a glorious sunny day and it's now very, very busy. On a side note, you're a degenerate if you probably go to this place here. Anyone who knows what that is probably knows what that is. So we've got one meal that's for egg omelette with peppers, mushrooms and spinach. I've not been a degenerate and had any bread and have about 1 million coffees today. So we are both doing a photo shoot on Wednesday. Charlie's got a mountain of fruit which is no protein. And I've just got protein and fats, so we save carbohydrates later on. Because my current meal plan I'm trying to have very high carbohydrates with no fats, not carbs and fats together. So just protein, fat and then try and hammer something in on with later. And then walk 50 miles back to San Pedro. So we've returned from the world's longest walk. I think it was about 11 kilometres in total. And then went to shopping supermarket. I am now fairly sunburned. One of the things I do on Sundays, which is very important, is, and I was just, everyone does this if you want to make more money, is I plan my week ahead. So one thing I've been doing is I go through all the meetings I have tomorrow in my Google Calendar, and then I make notes on the key things that I need to bring up in those meetings. So just reviewed and planned what we'll talk about in our content meeting, and also the 2 pieces of content which I'm going to film on Wednesday. One, which is going to be a dope video, which is secret to printing money with paid ads and fitness. Number 2 is I listened to over 5,000 sales calls. Here's what I learned. So those are 2 videos I'm going to make on Wednesday, and then I've got a podcast afterwards. And I just need to plan the short form content, which I need to make. The big thing I have to say I don't really enjoy doing is planning short form content. I like planning long form content like YouTube videos, but not so much this. So we're hammering this out now, and then I need to set a reminder to our client Seville scaling systems. We have one of the world's leading experts, Devon Jatho, in Instagram doing a training on Tuesday. So that's going to be absolutely dope. And yeah, that's general plan. And I've got an interview for someone for a job role in 51 minutes. And before this, I caught up with Jack, our sales manager. So Sunday's day of rest, but it's good to do small chunks of work. And I also realise I get very bored if I don't work. My mind just drifts. So it's either I read books on business, or I work on my business, or I get bored. So this is what we do. Okay, so now I have got Sean. I have got an interview for a job position. We're going to jump on a Zoom call now. I have just cooked a very nice barbecue and we'll rock and roll. Google Calendar and Zoom. Success loves speed, which is why we need to get these things done quickly. And if you have someone you need to speak to, even whether it's Sunday or Monday, one of the keys is actually just getting shit done and collapsing time. Yo!
Hello!
How's it going?
It's going good, how are you? Long time no talk.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's quite a serial collection you've got behind you.
Yes, I'm in the gym. I had a community photo shoot day, so I rented out the gym for a couple of hours, so yeah.
What gym is it using?
It's called Physique Architect in Fleet. It opened up about 2 years ago.
Is that where Chris Ashford goes?
Yeah, so that's why he's an investor in the gym.
Oh, he's an investor in the gym.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. He's got his fingers in many pies. I'd say it's easier now in a lot of respects because there's a lot more information out there now, whereas like 5-6 years ago it was a bit like just figure the shit out. In terms of basically why I wanted to jump on for, what we are basically looking to do is we are aggressively growing quite quickly, but we need to really scale what we're doing from a content perspective. We have a need for operations and management in terms of our content team. So we need someone as like a social media manager, content manager in terms of make sure production quality is fine and is high enough, which is generally that's not an issue with the team we have in place. And then make sure the distribution is going out correctly in terms of everything scheduled everywhere correctly, things going to the right channels, and like everyone is basically allocated correctly. So we have a team at the moment that I can show you what that basically looks like. This, for example, will be a flow chart of what that looks like. So there's me, Mike Reed's come in as like head of creative stuff. We've got Lewis underneath him. We've got Calvin, who's currently trying to help in terms of organising content, but he's going to be phased out. We've got four editors essentially, in addition to that, a graphic designer and someone who does captions and emails for us. So we use Notion as a platform for delegating tasks. Is everything getting into Notion, files being uploaded onto Google Drive, going into Notion, being edited and then distributed correctly. It's basically, we just need that machine to run correctly.
Freshen up, it's Tuesday. Buenos dias, buenas noches, buenas tardes, whatever that is in Spanish. I've just had a haircut. Look how fresh that looks. You just generally feel better in life when you've had a haircut. The sun is blue, the sun is shining. Also had a sick call with Antoine Blanco, who's a good friend of mine, former client, and we just brainstorm and throw ideas around. Very smart guy, so has some sick content stuff that he shared with me. I shared a load of ad stuff with him. And this is one of those important things you need to have is, fuck me, that coffee is burning my hand. I'll just re-correct, hold that. One of the most important things you need to have is people in a network who are very good friends who have knowledge, who you can then share stuff with each other. So a lot of this knowledge you get from being in different masterminds, different environments, different groups. And that's why I go to so many of different events. I travel so much because you meet different people from all over the world who can then help you on your journey, which is why you should always think, what can you do today to help someone else and not have a selfish mentality, which is what many people do. So earlier on this morning, I planned out a little bit of content. I haven't trained today because we are going to do a photo shoot early tomorrow morning. That's why my hair is fresh. I'm also eating loads of carbs, which is fun. And then we are heading back now, and I'm going to be doing a call for our mastermind with a guy called Devon Jatho, who's one of the best Instagram experts in the world. So one of the things we do in 7-figure scaling systems, I literally pull in the best people in the entire world to teach on things to help our clients get world-class results. And also slightly selfishly, I also get to steal the information as well. So this is where I'm living for a living. I do the shit I want to do every single day, and I would do this pretty much if it's for free anyway. So point where I don't really need the money, I just like doing it because this is a big game to me, and I like working out, I like business, I like networking, I like teaching stuff, I like learning stuff. So there we go. So I'm going to hammer this coffee down, drive back, potentially buy my girlfriend some flowers, and then, because I'm a good person, comment below if you're a guy and you have to get brownie points sometimes for flowers, you get away with more. And a thought on that note, I'd always rather beg for forgiveness than ask for permission. Mission accomplished. So that's a massive fucking bouquet of roses. It's like 60 euros. I think in Dubai that would be way more than that. There's some brownie point earned. Now to go eat and then crush this client content call. Okay, so we now have the mastermind training for 7-figure scaling systems with Devon Jatho. So we're going to get this call rocking and rolling. And see how many people we have in here. So it should be quite a few, and hopefully my Roku Spanish Wi-Fi doesn't give out. We will soon find out.
Cool. Let me make sure everything's good. Everything is audible. Great. Okay. So just so I can give a check on the room, who here has seen me on Instagram before? Raise your hand on Zoom. Okay. That's pretty fucking cool. Sick. So for those who have not seen me on Instagram before, the first question you might have is, why the fuck is there a 20-year-old guest here at the Mastermind today? So, my name is Devon Jatho, and I am better known as the content guy. Now, before I even go into what today's presentation is going to be about and how it's going to blow up your social media, I think it is first to give you guys a little bit of backstory.
Buenos dias, it is Wednesday. Today we're going to do a photo shoot. You can see my face is slightly thin. So we are at the beach in San Pedro. How banging is that sky? So this is what's called the Golden Hour. This is my 6 to take photos. So plan this morning is to get B-roll video, photos, some paid ads, content I need to film, and then also some reels. So we're going to rip these for an hour or two. Then we'll pile YouTube filming later on in the day, and then my girlfriend Charlie's currently hand photos taking right now. So something I wanted to add in just came to mind. A friend of mine who works on our team messaged me to say how fucking baller it is what we do, how crazy my life is, and how wild all this shit is. And obviously the goal of the business, making content and doing all this stuff, is to make money, help people change their lives. How fucking cool it is, and how wild your life is. And that's one of the things I take for granted a lot, and it's one of the things I'm trying to focus on being more grateful and appreciative for. So even after I framed this morning, I was like, I have to get up early for this photo shoot to make this content this morning. It's like the problems I have now are the problems I wish I had 5-6 years ago. The thing I have to go up early for at 5 AM is do a photo shoot on the beach to make content for my own business, which I enjoy doing, rather than getting at 5 AM to go to my shitty estate agent's job, working my 9 to 5. So some context, and then I also just realised something else I said to someone the other day, is that this is the ultimate first world problems, is my Ferrari, which is in Dubai, has a flat battery and it's a pain in the arse. That's a problem I would have dreamt of having 5 years ago. That's a problem you watching this are dreaming of having, and it's a problem you can create for yourself if you work very, very hard. You do the right things every single day, you help people, you give impact, and you can change lives. And more importantly, you can change your life, but it comes from the consistency of knowing you need 3 things in terms of building a business. 3 skills. You need the skill of how to build it, very, very simple. The skill in terms of sales. And then thirdly, when it comes to scaling it, if you want to get to 7 figures, you want to get to 8 figures, it's a skill of leadership. Those are the 3 things you need. So we're going to crack on the rest of this photo shoot, film a little content, and rock and roll there. There's a thought for this morning. Also, how wild of a sunset is that first thing in the morning?
If you do a student's away kick, you'll be over there. Ready? Right. One being photo on B-roll or non B-roll?
Try both.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. Okay, so that's photo shoot, it's a wrap. Had some good snacks at a place called Gym Junkie. We are now in San Pedro. I am about to film some fucking dope-ass YouTube videos. However, I need to go and get myself hyped and have a coffee because I feel tired and flagging because I got up early. The second thing I want to say is the absolute mess of complete, and I'm going to take my glasses off this, the issue with body dysmorphia is retarded. So for some reason I was really unhappy with the way I looked. Not really unhappy. I thought I looked worse this morning than I did when I turned on the photo shoot 2 weeks ago. And I looked at one of the other photos when I got back just because I needed to post something, and I was like, it doesn't look worse. So like, one of the biggest things that happens to anyone, no matter how good a shape you're in, how fucking much money you have, how successful you are, is people who are high achievers will never be satisfied and you never feel like you're doing enough. And I think it's just getting used to understanding that, which is why I don't beat myself up when I feel like that my brain is starting to play games with me and stuff like that, because it's just part and parcel of what happens. But one of the key things you have to make sure you do to make yourself successful is you don't hold yourself to low standards, you need to hold yourself to high standards. So we're going to caffeinate, skim through the notes for these videos we film, and then rip this shit. It's Thursday, we are in Seville. I trained this morning, did legs to a sick client call with the clients doing 100k a month, and we just went on a cycling tour, small clip now, and now I am feasting on a mountain of steak, which apparently is a sharing platter, but this is just for one. The reason I'm eating so much is we've cycled about 10 kilometers. I've done about 20,000 steps, and I trained legs doing giant sets. So some cool scenery here. Hotel we're staying in is apparently it's one of the top five 5-star hotels in Europe. It's pretty sick. So I'll put some sick clips of that in here over the next day or two. Staying here for 2 days, and you can share some cool stuff. Buenos dias, it's Friday. We are in Seville. So there is my sunshine outside. We are training. I have just crushed some giant sets training chest, shoulders, and a little bit of triceps. It's like TT Day Friday. Here is a huge tip for anyone in Spain. A lot of the gyms are really, really bad. Now, if you're going to be traveling to one of the big cities in Spain, what I would do is I would look for a McFit gym. So I found these first in Barcelona, have them in pretty much every city. McFit is a German gym group, and they have sick equipment. Well, like sick, but like the lights good, look jacked. They have free weights, they have cardio equipment, clearly, weight training stuff, everything you need. So just wrapped up crushing training session here. Some people in Spain are very annoying in gyms, cultural differences. But I'll show you the gym quickly, some pretty sick stuff here. And we walked about 40 minutes to the gym to find this. The question I think is about how do people find stuff like this without the iPhone? Now, when you didn't have Google Maps, how would you find gyms to go to? How would you find anywhere around your city? You actually have to use a map, and that would be a very challenging thing. So we walked here 40 minutes, we walked about 40 minutes, that counts as cardio, other than the bit I'm doing now to kill time, wait for Charlie. And then the rest of the day, we have a leadership call for our business, tour some of Seville, show you some sick scenery, and then maybe some snacks on the way. So the hotel we're staying in is Hotel Alfonso. This was built in 1929, has some pretty deep sick architecture. One thing that is not cool is the lifts are terrible, and we're staying on the 3rd, 4th floor, so we have to go up about 1 million flights of stairs every time we go upstairs and every time we go downstairs. So that is far from ideal, but the rest of it's pretty sick. Can I try this one? Is it hazelnut?
Hazelnut chocolate, yes.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Do you want to get all of them?
What?
Do you want to get all of the ice creams? I'm going to dob you out to Alex.
No. Just get what you want. You're eating it.
The inherent guilt which comes when you're 34 years old, and this is the first ice cream I've had in a long time, and I feel bad for eating it. But I know this Amarina brand, which I think is also in Dubai, is pretty sick. And it's fucking good. If anyone doesn't deny anything with chocolate and hazelnuts and ice cream, you have to go. Look at the backpack thief. Okay, so this is going to be a tour of our hotel room, particularly exotic. So this is an old building, so this is not like Dubai, it's massive. I'd always get a suite, so then you have a workspace. So when I go up in the morning, I need to grind and hustle and make money. Room, ice bucket. Every hotel room I rinse them for ice buckets. And all this chocolate is fucking insane. Anyone who likes chocolate takes like the chocolate strawberry mouses you get at the cinema. Supplements, like good shit. And then this is the courtyard down where we were having breakfast earlier on. Very, very nice. You see a bit more of the room outside here. Very exotic. The only downside to say to this hotel is it's actually quite warm in here. So one of the reasons why there is a fan that we are crested, and there's really old paintings and pictures and stuff. And then probably the best thing in the whole place is actually the bathroom's great. So huge bathroom. I actually thought it was just 2 toilets until I realised this is Europe and then a bidet, which they also have in Dubai. And the mirror makes you look jacked. Also feels really hot from the lights, but yeah. Oh, there's an arm vein there, it's probably from the ice cream. The secret is that you train upper body, you do giant sets, train chest, you then have ice cream, and then you go vascular as fuck. So maybe that's the key to look superhuman jacked. Plan now is going to go have a massage. Before filming this video, I actually just had my only work call of the day, which is a 20-minute leadership call, which is a huge thing because we're excited because we have momentum coming in the business in terms of how we're going to grind and how things are going to accelerate over the next
4 or 5 months as we come into the end of 2024 when I'll be 35. So we're going to go crush this massage and then see where the day takes us. People say, why do you work when you go on holiday, go on vacation? So I'm technically like on holiday or taking some time out here in Seville. Because like my life is a holiday, and my life is designed by choice to be the way I want. It's life by design. And that's where like essentially I'm living for a living in terms of the things I do every day, the things I just want to do. And that's actually how I make money, how I change people's lives, and how I have impact and legacy. Because if I look at today, like I just had a sick training call with my team. They're fucking hyped. They're going to help loads of people to like change their own lives, whether it's in their own fitness or whether it's people growing their business. Training in the gym earlier, like that's very important to me, but that also helps our business because I love training and I'm very passionate about building a better physique. And this is where you have to understand, if you want to be very successful, you have to build the like business around your life of what you want and what you identify as. And what you need to do is not be a knockoff of me, Charlie Johnson, or fucking Alex Hormozy or whoever. Is be your own version of yourself and whatever that looks like. Like, I don't really give a shit what anyone thinks of me. So like we went to sit in the restaurant here in like probably the most posh restaurant in the whole of Seville. Dude sitting there like jacked off, like pumped up after training chest and like a wife beating. Everyone's there in like shirts and stuff. I don't care because I think it's funny that I can just do that. And this is where you need to not care what anyone thinks. And the most beautiful thing in life is when you don't give a shit what anyone thinks. You care because you care about like making money and the success of your business, but you don't really care on a personal level. So the one thing that's going to hold you back more than anything is one, not being true to your values, actually what's important to you, and two, is also other people's opinions. So if there is something you want to do, a framework I always think about, whether it's with your partner, whether it's with your family, whoever, I would rather beg for forgiveness than ask for permission. And I actually heard a good story today about, I think it's a Mexican saying, and it's like, I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. So it's like, make your choices and see things through. And when you work very, very hard, you can achieve anything. So if you want to take an example of something that's pretty sick in terms of situation and location for breakfast, whilst having bacon and omelette, is this outside courtyard. So one of the most important things to think about if you're a coach who wants to be really successful online, or anyone who wants to run a business, there's 3 things you need right now to crush it in the online space. One is you need to be really good at traffic, good talking on camera, charismatic, have energy, and have some value. Number 2 is you need to have a sales process that converts and actually have a way to funnel those people to then buying the products and services. And thirdly is get rock star results with whatever you do in terms of fulfillment. If you do these 3 things, you do these phenomenally well and you learn these skills, and the skills for each part of that process, you'll print money and you'll be successful for the rest of your life. And the reason most people aren't in the position they want to be in is because they don't know the right skills and they don't put the time into that nor the effort. So one of the best tips I'd give everyone is if you can try and read 10 to 20 minutes a day if possible, or if you don't like reading, check out some great educational content on YouTube, such as my channel, Alex Hormozy, whoever you want. And if you want to know an example of something that's also incredibly annoying, I would have filmed this outro somewhere out there on this really nice, glamorous balcony. However, there's some degenerate, you can't see because it's so bright, with a pile driver who is piling for construction work, which is not ideal when you're spending 10 grand a month on rent, which is incredibly annoying. And it's ruining my YouTube video. So if you took value from this video, make sure you smash the like button. If you want to see more weeks in the life and this type of content, comment below what you'd like to see next and I'll film more of these. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you're an online coach and you want the proven process in terms of how to build your business from a 7-figure fitness coach, hit link below this video to book in a free call to find out how we can help you. We also have some other free stuff down there that will help you. Peace.